Rolling with the triple C, I'ma make him bend the knee. Rolling with the triple C, don't really count the heat.
So Jon Jones does it again. Or did Jon Jones do it again? Guys, there's something about when you're a high-profile fighter, athlete, celebrity, and you have a rap sheet of doing certain things, and people tend to gravitate towards that. And is Jon Jones innocent? 100%. 100%. If you guys saw the video that Jon Jones posted from his Ring camera, one of his cameras, and it shows Jon Jones walking out the people who had tested him, and you can see the clash of hands, the high five, and the small little hug and the little gesture that he did. But now when these people go off, it's almost like these people want to somewhat create a story because they want to portray, continue to keep going with the storyline that Jon Jones is, the Jon Jones, the monster. I mean, from what I saw with the video and getting a chance to know Jon, I mean, it could be frustrating at times. And you could, trust me, man, I've gotten into it with guys from USADA, people who I've known for years, man, people who have tested me for years, but they catch you at a party, they catch you at early in the morning. I mean, it's normal for you to kind of get frustrated and be like, hey, man, what's going on here? I think from now on, maybe these people from USADA or these other people, they should be like cops. Maybe they should start wearing the little camera vest or whatnot. And maybe start taking this thing to the next level. Because as of right now, from what I saw from the video of Jon Jones high-fiving the lady, and she's the one that accused him of, he threatened to kill me, he threatened to do X, Y, and Z. If I'm you, Jon Jones, you know what I would do? I would get her for defamation of character. I would get her for being a two-faced and trying to come at you for something that you really didn't do. I think it's unfair when people are able to just do that, man. That's the one thing that I will say. Celebrities, athletes, they do have the lawyers to be able to get them out to where they kind of can get a slap on the wrist, but also on the flip side too, when you've been pinpointed for so long, you could also be that same person to be a victim of everybody, whatever everybody says is true. And I think in this situation, for a guy like Jon, I think the video says it all. I don't think you have to say anything. I think if anything, Jon, you should start probably fighting this and go against them. Be like, all right, man, you guys said that I threatened to kill you, that I threatened to do X, Y, and Z, but yet at the end we high five it. I think you can countersue, quite honestly, and I think you countersue, Jon, just for the simple fact that you get people to accuse you of anything that you haven't done to set you free. Like, make them think twice before they start bringing your name up. Make them think twice before they're going to make up a story about you, threatening to kill somebody or whatnot, especially when you're at a family party. You know what I'm saying? Like that just doesn't sound right, But anyways, that being said, I do believe Jon Jones is innocent. I do believe, straight from the video, and I do believe it's unfortunate that these people who represent these anti-doping organizations are willing and able to do that. For a limelight? Because they want a little bit of money, want a little bit of lawsuit. I was just with Shaquille and I was just kind of talking about that. And Shaq's a cop, man. So Shaq's a cop. He understands that, man. That phone is powerful. Like the phone, cameras and whatnot. Like it's like, listen, Henry, it's more beneficial for me to have cameras than to not. Just for the simple fact that when you're a public figure and you have a whole lot of money, dude, people will come at you. People will come at you, especially when you have a rap sheet. You know what I'm saying? It's their word against your word. And especially when you have a rap sheet like the one that Jon has had, I mean, people will believe it. People will start creating that crazy monster story. So I think at this point, Jon really doesn't need to defend himself no more. The video's there, it's there. I wouldn't add no more hype to this. I think the video says it all. If the lady was so worried about her life or she was threatened, to be killed, then why did she seem so like friendly and fanboyish at the very end? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's what it is. It's what it is, but that's what happens. And if that was the case, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you call 911 on the spot? Why do you and maybe your partner go in there and be like, hey man, maybe I should make a report that Jon Jones threatened me and did X, Y, and Z. And not just on top of that too, guys, you guys have to keep in mind is, and I saw this from ESPN MMA and a bunch of other sites, which I think ESPN MMA took from somebody else, that Jon Jones was arrested. I mean, think about the certain lawsuits that could be taking place when you're going back and you're assuming something that happened that never necessarily happened. That John's in Texas and apparently he was arrested in New Mexico because of what was done. Crazy, man. I believe that there's a lot of money for Jon Jones to make if he's willing to take that time and really start suing a lot of these outlets or a lot of these people who have accused him and they're making these false accusations. If there's one thing as a fighter, as a public figure, that we need to understand is you need to have a whole bunch of cameras around your house. And then two, you need to have a lawyer on retainer at all times, because with things like this, in positions like this, I mean, this could cost you. This could really, really cost you. And thank God for Jon Jones's camera. That's all I got to say. Go back and watch that camera. Go back and watch that high five and let me know if that was life-threatening or not. Jon Jones, come after these people. Come after the people. Come after these agents that accuse you of that. One, I think they should have called 911 if it was that serious. And then two, go after the media outlets that are saying that you've been arrested and that are making up these stories. I mean, defamation of character. I mean, you have a lawyer. You have a lawyer on deck. They could help you. And the only reason why I say that, John, is because this shit will not stop. This shit will not stop. And that's all there is to it, man. What you got for me, Joe?
Jon has hinted at retirement after this Stipe fight goes through. Obviously, the MMA community wants to see the Tom Aspinall fight. But do you think that stuff like this, allegations like this, kind of pushes Jon even further towards retirement?
Yeah, 100%. First of all, Jon doesn't need a Tom Aspinall for his legacy. Tom Aspinall has an interim belt. You know, he almost got knocked out in that same fight that he ended up winning against Sergey. Sergey hurt him. Sergey rocked him. So if that wasn't the case and Sergey wasn't to open his damn mouth, I mean, these fights are easy money for Jon, because that's all Jon has to do is put in the wrestling, clinch him, hang on those heavy bodies. But of course, man, it's tiring, man, to continue to. I mean, Jon's already gone through 2 generations, 2.5 generations, really, from the mid 2000s. No, about 2 generations, from the beginning of 2008 to what are we on, 2024? Yeah, practically going on 2 generations of just beating people. Tom Aspinall needs to prove himself. Could he beat guys like, could he go up against Sergey Pavlovich and then beat him again? Could he go down the line? Because as of right now, guys, the only thing that Tom Aspinall has is a damn interim belt. And again, I go back and I say that belt should be silver. It just guarantees you a number 1 contender spot. It means nothing, dude. So, but hinting on the retirement for a guy like Jon, yeah, man. You're sick of people's shit. You're sick of people's shit. This is the last fight. I get into Hollywood, make movies. I think with these last 3 years off, I think Jon's been able to make certain monies. I would start a YouTube channel. If I was Jon, I would get in connections with OnlyFans and, do it that way. Share the knowledge. Share everything that you've done in combat sports, whether it's technical, tactical, your mistakes. I think the more you start showing a lot of that vulnerability as you have, that's going to make you money. Because, as of right now, Jon Jones is the greatest of all time, the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. And now I remain for a very, very long time until some young buck decides to beat his record and then never beat B and become a 2-division champ in the UFC. And this episode wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. That's right, Jimmy Bars. These are great meal replacement. These are out in stores nationwide. So you guys make sure to go to your local Walmart and get your Jimmy on.